good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. Today we're going to be doing a quick toy hunt at Walmart and Ollies. So let's go. Okay, so we're starting out in Walmart. High five. All right, give me a high five. Here you go, buddy. All right, so they are really getting into the Halloween spirit. I love to see it. They got a lot of cool stuff. They would give Spirit Halloween a run for their money. And some stuff on the weaker side, but it's cool to see. It reminds me of Halloween when I was a kid, getting all the little silly things that were, probably less than $1 at the time. To me it was like super cool to get all the little skulls and plastic costumes and stuff. And now look at this. If you can be a toilet, you can be a stormtrooper, Darth Vader. I mean, if they had this stuff when I was a kid, dude, I would have been in hog heaven. Batman, come on, who wouldn't want to be Batman or Spider-Man or Superman? A lot of superhero stuff. Or you could be Aunt Beru, or I don't know why the skeletons are that color. But there's my mom. Say hi to her. And they just have a lot of neat little stuff that you don't see at other places. They really went all out. I mean, that was like in the shoe aisle or something. First thing we see toy-wise is some old Jurassic World. Mattel's big 80th birthday, so they got all the Mattel stuff all front and center. Kind of neat, Mattel got their little board games and dolls and whatever, but I had to come over here to Hasbro's. Got some nice displays with G.I. Joe and Star Wars and whatever passes for Transformers these days. Got a cool little display there with some Marvel figs, some G.I. Joes, some Constructicons. And some of these figures are really cool in the Transformers line. I do like the Constructicons. I think they look pretty good. There's that old Stinger there. Spoiler alert, I did buy one, and you will be seeing a review. Fireman, I already had a couple pre-ordered, so I didn't get that guy. Let's see, Marvel Legends, I didn't really look at those too much, and didn't really look at the dolls too much, but the Iron Sheik looked pretty cool, man. I almost bought that, him and old Ivan down there. Some baddies from my childhood. She-Ra, which I think I did do a review on. Ninjor, which I think I still need to pick up. I didn't get him because I wasn't sure if I had that one or not. New Beastman. They had some new Motu there, so that's cool. It's good to see new Motu, not the same ones that have been chilling at Target for like 9 years now. Cool little Mum-Ra Skeletor. That looks pretty neat. Almost bought that, but I'm like, I don't really need this. I almost bought that, the Lion-O there. I looked at a lot of the wrestlers. I'm not really into Hot Wheels and stuff, but they definitely brought their A game there. Some Star Wars stuff for the holidays. Got little Halloween figs and some cool stuff from Revenge of the Sith that I'm still trying to talk myself into. But I thought this was cool. A little Cap and Venom 2-pack. Very comic-oriented. And Superman, that's the big thing right now, isn't it? Man of Steel, Superman. Up and away. Truth, justice, and the American way. And, some other stuff that I'm not too into, but it's cool. Like, look at Metroid. I used to play that video game when I was a teenager. On the old original Nintendo. A lot of this other stuff I didn't know too much about at the time, because, I was... and I saw this little section back here. This is Walmart we're in, by the way, still. They had a little Star Wars section in the back, kind of hidden. I don't know if this was older stuff that they're trying to forget about it and price check it or anything, because it wasn't nothing that I needed. But they did have some older figures and, Moff Gideon and whatnot. And I thought it was cool. They had all these lightsabers. Some of them looked pretty interesting. If I was a kid, I'd probably want one of those. And these Simpsons were cool, man. A lot of Simpsons stuff I'm seeing. Dope, which is weird. No Bartman. They only had him, though. A lot of these Simpsons characters are cool, but for me, it's kind of 20 years too late, to be perfectly honest. Let's see, who are those guys? I don't know. But they had a pretty good selection at this Walmart. This is the Walmart in Orange Park, Florida. One of two or three, I don't know. Got some. Oh man, I saw this Eric Bischoff, and I almost bought him, and I thought I don't need this figure right now. It's pretty cool, but I don't have an Eric Bischoff. But anyway, they had some good figures there. Some rest. I don't know how long they've been sitting there. That could have been sitting there a year. I don't know. I don't ever go to this Walmart. Had some kind of interesting Transformers. Interesting in the fact that I've never really paid much attention to the modern line. I just figure, how are you going to put this little Optimus with big old brawn that doesn't really scale well? But I guess there's a couple different scales and price lines you can get involved with. I mostly don't tip a toe into that area unless it's something that I think is really cool. There's a dude from Armada. That's kind of interesting. And Generation 2 Grimlock. Far out. I've still got I did buy all the Dinobots because I like the Dinobots. I'll probably do a review on those eventually at some point. A lot of Power Ranger stuff. There's those Hulk fists that I think have been on toy shelves since the 90s. Some really nice updated comics, Marvel Legends. And here's where I'm confused because these same Star Wars figures have been here forever and ever and ever. Not just this store, but like all of them. And they're like $17-18. Like, by the time you add tax in, these things are $20, man, for 3 3/4 inch figures. I don't understand. But anyway, I don't want to complain. I think they are interesting, and if that's your thing. Got some cool turtles. I should have paid more attention to the Batman stuff there. I was just like, wow, look at all the Superman stuff. Holy cow. What are these guys? Oh, yeah, so much Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Jurassic. I found this poor little Ewok on the ground with his hat all screwed up, so I had to, get him squared away. Felt bad for him. And I put him back where he belonged because, nice guy. But I like to see all the little interesting things that they have on the toy shelves. Again, this is October 9th of 2025. So you guys in the future can look back and go, hey, I remember that. That was neat. Or, hopefully some kind of positive memory of, Sonic the Hedgehog or this weird Power Ranger bobblehead thing that I was like, maybe Brad will like this. I don't know. Maybe not. And then just here's the end cap of weird figures that grandma's gonna buy you on the last minute to the birthday party. And I think, oh yeah, Legos. Here's some Legos, and I thought these looked nice. Lego, I don't really like Legos, but at least they're kind of focusing on stuff that I want in the 3 3/4 line, like clones. And my old friend, Random Can of Paint, that I can't buy because apparently everybody's a crackhead in this part of town that tries to snort paint or whatever the deal is. They get it all locked up. And clearance aisle with good old leather brain, leather head, leather neck, and same stuff that'd been there. Now I'm at Ollie's. No, I rarely ever get to go to Ollie's because it's kind of off the beaten path for old Uncle BJ, but they've had the same stuff there the last 5 times I've been there. I'm like, come on. If Ollie's can't get rid of stuff, man, maybe they need to even lower their prices a little bit. Who's that back there? Let's see. Is that Bad Bunny back there? Is he back there practicing his performance for the Super Bowl? I don't know. That's what I think of when I hear that name, whatever that is. There's Omega. It's been there forever. Yeah, Panther. And here's some, cool little Star Wars figures for the kiddos. Not my cup of tea, but they had some cool wrestling figures that I would have got, but I don't understand why they're not really on sale, because I thought that was the whole point of Ollie's, is things kind of cost less, but these didn't. Cool Ahsoka there. I think I saw her at the Disney parks. I should have bought her. oddly only the one Transformer there. I was expecting to see a bunch of those. What else? What else? All the D&D folks still there. Good old Moss Man still lives there. Yellow Ranger, she still lives there. There's a lot of good figures there, but it's just like if they were maybe a couple dollars less, maybe. There were some Star Wars figures that I was actually going to pick up just to have extra ones to open, but the line ended up being too long that I didn't have time to wait. I had to go to work. You know, Clamp Champ still holding strong there. Would have bought another one of him, but I'm like, maybe if the price is just a little bit lower. But more D&D. My gosh, so much D&D figures. Good figures, but I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with those. But oh, this was kind of cool. There's a Transformer. So yeah, those Star Wars figures there. That's what I was gonna grab, but line was crazy long and didn't have time. But I almost got these Ghostbusters too, but I didn't. I think that might be just about the end of my trip here, because I didn't have a lot of time, unfortunately. Yeah, again, I was going to get these figures, but the line was crazy long, and I was like, come on. Why did everybody decide to go to Ollie's the same day as me? So unfair. But I think that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. On behalf of me and Big Buddy Brad, we're going to go throw one back. Please hit like, hit subscribe. We have new content every single day. And until next time, we'll see ya.